That means yo, 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 it's your boy, Marky Marks. Bro, I'm about to everything starts used to. Yes, I know. That just says I'm live. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, all that is done. Bang. All right, so 1, 2, 3. So let me see here. Hey, Sonny. I'm doing good, thanks. How you doing? All's good. I can't complain. Hey, Amazing Fruits, how you doing? Okay. Why is my phone not charging? Okay. That's better. Yes. It's right here. There we go. Thanks for reminding me. I always forget to do it. Yeah, it's been a good day so far. It's been a good day so far. All right, all done. If you hear snoring in the background, it's you know who. It is you know who. I literally just got inside like about maybe 30 minutes ago. She's snoring already. Yes, I just got it. Amazing Fruits, go ahead and ask your question. Thank you. There it is. Whoa, there it is. Oh my gracious. Does anybody in here like rice pudding? Or have you ever had rice pudding? You like it? Yeah. I made it with my mom today. Well, Amazing Fruits, that's why time frames are not good to ask. And here you are asking me again. When? See? So if it doesn't happen this month, and you come in here on November 1st or 3rd and say, you said this and you said that, see? It sucks. That's why time waits for no one. If I were to go to every psychic that told me I was going to meet somebody and be married and have kids, it'd be a long list. But I don't, I don't even say anything because I know that time frames are, you're either right or you're wrong, It's life. The question when is very hard to determine and do it. But when you're right, you're the best in the world. When you're wrong, some people understand. Some people are like, well, it wasn't meant to be. You know? Well, for this month, it's saying that it's still a possibility, but it's it depends on a man, and it depends on him saying yes or no. And there's also you having like unfulfilled hopes about this happening, and you feeling like you got bad luck, or you're being let down, or um, it could also be because you don't have experience. Now, if you don't have experience, they might not want to hire you. So that's the thing I get here as well. So if you have, you know, no experience in this field at all, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to get the job. Now, if you had like a resume where you've done it before, that'll probably be a little different. But if you stay like, if you stay peaceful to yourself and like, I would say not peaceful, but like if you stay humble, then I feel like it could happen. But this month, it's still up in the air. It depends on a man, really. And I don't see him like really offering the job, like concrete. And November looks pretty much the same. I keep getting like a couple, like a man and a woman, or you are the woman and the man that you're dealing with, or the man that's behind the having a say with the job. It all depends on them. But this month, the next month, it's still a possibility, but it's no guarantee. Like I don't get like a solid yes for either month. Just don't get a solid yes. And it says that it's a possibility. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a maybe, but I'm not getting a yes, and I'm not getting a no. But I'm getting it depends on someone. And it also depends on your experience in that field. So that's what I'm getting. But if they're trying to develop you into this job, like and like teaching you stuff, then it could possibly work out because they feel like they can teach you. And if you're a fast learner and you're up for the task, then they'll eventually think about hiring you. But if not, they won't. Yeah. See, if there's a 6-month training period, then how are they going to hire you for the job? See, that's the thing. You're asking a question that you can't really know until you're finished that 6-month training period. And that's why, in the first lot of cards, I saw that you need to have experience. So being that you don't have experience, you have to train and get better and better. And that's why the next 2 months is not really saying, concrete information. But my question to you is, have you already started the training period? See, so how are you? If you haven't even started the training period, then how are you expect to get the job? See, that's my question to you. See, if you haven't even started training, then how are you going to get? You're asking me if you're going to receive a video editing job offer. So you can't get the job offer if you're just training for it. they're not going to hire somebody that's training for a job. You see what I mean? So if you haven't even started the training process, then it's not even in your energy. That's why the cards are not telling me the truth and not telling me concrete stuff. And this also could depend on you as well. If you haven't applied to do the training and you could have done it last month and you didn't, then that's on you, right? And if you continue to do that this month, then it's still on you. So it depends on you. It depends on you, like, stepping up to the plate and saying, okay, I'm going to take the course. You can't just expect somebody to hand you a job and you have no experience. You know what I mean? So that's why there's a 6-month period. You can't you're asking me a question that, that job offer is possible, but you got to go and train first. That's like if somebody came to me, I'm a business owner, I own a maintenance business, and somebody came to me and says, I'm an electrician. I'll say, you are? Okay, well, how do you do this? Show me. And they can't do it, then I don't want them because they don't have, and I'm not willing to train them because, I'm not here to train nobody. I want somebody that's already qualified. So that way I can go up, and do work. I did that a long time ago. I trained this young guy, and he ended up having his own business, and he still does. But he pretty much used me to get where he had to go to, and then that was it. So that's why I don't do it no more. All right, your card is I am completely authentic. This card says, I don't pretend to be what I am not. I am what I am. I accept what I am. I am just like a flower, just like the ocean, just like the sun. I'm just like me. So you got to be authentic. And in order to be authentic, go train for the job so you can get it. Okay, no problem. Sonny, I will actually show it to you. Just because it's you, Sonny. That's what it looks like. See, we make it, me and my mom make it like this, and then we put the cinnamon on top and make it look nice and cool. Yep. What we do is we got a box of Carolina rice. I think. Yeah, it's called Carolina rice. It comes in like a box. So we put the whole box in like I would say like 3 cups of water, and we boil the rice, and it becomes all like, that type of rice becomes like mushy. And then we add a liter of milk. We warm the milk up. We don't boil the milk, but we warm the milk up so when it goes into the rice, it doesn't mess up the process. And I actually videotaped my mom doing it today. So, I know how to do it. It's just I wanted to see how she does it. You add a little sprinkle of salt. You add 2 cups and a quarter of sugar, 6 eggs, but just the yolk. You don't add like the you just add the yolks. without the how you call it, the white part, the other part, whatever it's called. Anyway, I might have a brain thing there. Anyway, yeah, you had 6 yolks, not the whole egg. Lemon extract, yeah, not the white part. Yeah, lemon extract, like a tablespoon of lemon extract. Um, and then you just put the cinnamon on top. But you have to mix it. It takes a long time. It took like over an hour because we like make we cook the rice for a little while, then it gets all like um, mushy and stuff, and then well, it's a simple recipe, but it just takes time. And then yeah, me and my mom made that this morning because it was pouring rain here, so I couldn't work outside. So I told my mom still has like effects from her broken arm from a couple months ago. So it takes her like a long time to like you need like a hand doing it. So like when somebody mixes it and the other person pours like the yolks into the thing so it doesn't mess up the process. But this time it came out really good. My mom was like, yeah, this came out really good. It's because of you, damn it. When you come around, something, everything, you make sure everything, because I make sure everything's done properly. Like, and sometimes she forgets stuff, like, so I try to help her as much. And she's getting up in age now. So, I helped her mix it because her arms all still messed up. So it was nice. Like, it was fun. I had a good time cooking with her today and making I love that rice pudding. It tastes so good, but it's a lot of sugar in there and there's a lot of stuff in there. So it's not good to eat a lot, but it's not like I eat it every day or something. We eat it like once every 3 months or something like that. But yeah, we had a good time, me and my mom. She's something else. You can go ahead and ask your question, Amazing Fruits. Yeah, we had a good time. But that's how we make the rice pudding. It tastes really, really good. Really good. We made, I think it was 5 small plates and 1 big plate. And like a little bit on the side, like that was left over. So it makes a good bit. It can feed like 7 people, 7 or 8 people. And that's the portion that I have. I have 2 plates. I ate half of one today. And then the other plate I'm going to share with my nephew because he likes it too. And I gave a plate to my sister and another one to my other nephew. So not too many people like it, but I love it. It tastes really good this time. All right. I know a lot of different countries and like that's the Portuguese way. So like that's how they did it in Portugal, where my mom and my auntie used to make it. So, but I know other people have different ways. Some people actually put the whole egg in there, the egg whites and everything. And some people add way more sugar. But I even told my mom, just leave the 2 cups. You don't have to put the quarter. All right, Amazing Fruits. What do you see for the connection between Amos, Pisces, and you? Okay, cool. Bangladesh. Yeah, rice pudding is a famous dish for a lot of people. You know what I like also is bread pudding. Bread pudding is the bomb too. Bread pudding, rice pudding, it's like really, really good. I like a lot of baked goods, but oh man, I'm trying to stay away from that stuff, like, because that's like, yeah, it's hard. I'm a fan of baked goods. I love like anything. Like I love apple tarts, apple crumble, like lemon meringue pie, like like any type of baked goods, like danishes. I love that stuff like so much. It's like when I see it, I'm like, I gotta have this. I know it's not good for me, but I'm gonna eat it. All right. Amazing fruits. This Pisces guy seems like a good person. They seem like they're generous, considerate. They actually showed up here, the King of Cups. Looks like this person's got, got it going on. They have value. They might have good spiritual prosperity, material wealth. A person might have a good job or have their own business, or they're just like a professional at what they do. They seem very responsible. But as far as them offering you like a relationship or something like that, there's like it's probably not going to happen right now. I think that he's going to flatter you or try to seduce you, or like he's still trying to figure out like who you are, what you're about. If you tell him that you have responsibilities or you have people that depend on you, he might like want you all for himself, and he might not want you to like, you know, be a part of something else. He's one of those people who like Pisces men are very possessive. Like they need that's not everybody. I take that back. Not all Pisces men are that way. Everybody's different. But the Pisces men that I've known, when they get attached to somebody, they get attached, and like they don't want nobody around. They're jealous. They don't want nobody looking at their woman, and anybody touching them, hugging them, or even looking at them in the wrong way. The world will come to an end. And I've dealt with 3 of them this year. So I know my best friend used to be a Pisces and back in school, and he was like that too. Thank God I'm not a Pisces. All right. Yeah, so I think he's gonna flatter you, try to distract you from things, and try to get you, get in your pants more than anything. But these are just what I see here. But he seems like a good guy. Just maybe there's no like relationship stuff here. Like I don't see him like asking you to be his girl or anything like that. I don't see any other women around him, but I do see like he'd rather have a mistress than have like a serious love relationship or a marriage. So to him, I think, you and most women are just like, a piece of meat. Unfortunately, some men are like that. I also think that he's had like bad experiences with women. So like it affects the connection between you and him. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think he's like a womanizer or like, an idiot or something like that, but I think he's got his life organized. I just think that he doesn't really want like a relationship because of what happened in the past. So right now, I would say that in the next 30 days, things look okay, but I don't see him like he's going to give you like little offers. He might say, hey, let's, have a coffee, let's go somewhere and, sit somewhere and have fun or something, go watch a movie. But as far as him like taking you to some romantic dinner and, wining and dining you and things like that, and, he might seduce you a bit or might try to, but I just think that he doesn't want a relationship anytime soon, because I think the woman that he was with last like hurt his feelings. Poor thing. Pisces get all emotional, so some Pisces men are like that. Yeah, see, he might take you to the dinner, to a museum, so he might do all those things, but it's like more of a seductive type of way to get you to see like, yeah, I got money, I got this, I'm a baller. Hey Jalandra, how you doing? So yeah, that's the type of vibe I get. Is like, I don't get nothing bad, but I don't get nothing like, oh yeah, it's gonna be, nothing but, you're gonna get married next week, or you're gonna fall in love and everything's gonna be so great. I don't see that, but I see small offers like, taking you to dinner, museum, going out places, things like that. Hey Nikki, how you doing? So yeah, it looks okay for now. But no relationship stuff, but it looks okay. That's what I see between the connection between you and him. It's a good connection, but it might not be like, right now, just small things. like the museum and dinner and small things. Sonny, would you like a message? I'm using my fifth agreement cards today. And these cards are all about like truth and lies and things like that. Well, I'm glad I can help Amazing Fruits. Just remember that time frames are very difficult if you don't like. The thing is, when I'm gonna say, like, as a lot of times I've been right and a lot of times I haven't, because it depends on the person. See, when you get a time frame, my experience is this: when you get a time frame about something, it's telling you that you can possibly make something happen in this time frame. But if you sit on the couch and wait for shit to happen, it's not going to happen. So like, the time frame's always there for you, but you have to like make the effort to make it happen. Like, it's and I see that's the case for this month and next month, but it depends on you though. But trust me, I've been going to psychics before, I really, came on here. I've been on here for 3 years now publicly, but I've been doing this for many years. And I've been to tons of psychics, and they've told me, next year you're gonna find somebody, you're gonna get married, you're gonna have 3 kids, and that was 15 years ago, and I'm still, not married, no kids. But I don't go, and say anything, because I know that at the end of the day, it's still my choice. I could have married a hoe a long time ago. I could have had kids from multiple women if I wanted to. Anybody can. But it's like the energy's there, but you gotta pick it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you either make the mistake of doing it, or you're smart and you like take your time and you don't worry about what that psychic says in a time frame sense. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm like kind of like making it sound funny, but like, that's like what, like, I realize that, some people, time frames just don't happen because it just doesn't. I'm one of those people that if you say a time frame for me, I'll take it in, I'll appreciate it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna like, dwell on it too much. Unfortunately, that's the case. Some people, it happens just like that. Like, every psychic has a 100% connection with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people, and whatever you say happens, and it's amazing. And then other people, it's like, that's why a lot of people don't really trust psychics a lot, because like, if you're not 100% right, like, that person looks at you in a different way. But at the same time, it's not really the psychic's fault in 100. And I'm like trying to defend, like, I'm not trying to defend every psychic, because a lot of them are corrupt. But the good psychics like myself and a few people I know, like, they'll tell you same thing I'm telling you. Like, don't take this time frame like, literally, but this is telling me that it's a possibility. Even if I say, okay, yeah, definitely, that's the thing. Do I recommend any psychics? I try not to recommend anybody, because my whole thing is, I can recommend somebody to you right now, and you go to them and they're totally off. But I can only recommend people that have been right for me. But I can't. It's like, in this type of field, I don't really recommend. It's like anything in the world, really, because you can have good experiences with so many people, and you can have bad experiences. I can have 10 people that judge me, and 7 people say Mark was spot on, he was great, and 3 people are like, yeah, he didn't do shit for me, he's trash. He didn't do nothing. He didn't say anything to me that was legit. He's fake. So are you going to listen to the 3 people, or are you going to listen to the 7 people? And then if you come in as the 11th person and say, yeah, he was right, about everything he said, and, everything was cool. So my whole thing is, I don't recommend anybody. I just tell people like this person's good, but for me, they are good. And for like a lot of people, they might be good. But recommendation is hard because like I can say, okay, go see Sonny, here right now. And Sonny tells you a lot of things and tells you the same things I do. So you're like, okay, yeah, Mark told me the same thing. Sonny told me the same thing. So and so told me the same thing. And these other two psychics were wrong. But when you go to multiple psychics all the time, and ask the same shit all the time, like you're never going to get the same answer because spirit in the background is getting annoyed with you because you're sitting there asking too many questions to too many different people. So that spirit doesn't really want to tell the fake psychic the truth because then the fake psychic's going to look truthful and take your money, and you're going to keep going back to that person until they fail or until that spirit says, I'm not going to give Amazing Fruits this information anymore through this person because this person is a fraud. So I'm going to try and like push them back to Mark or push them back to Sonny or push them back to so-and-so. You see what I mean? So what does spirit mean? Spirit means the people that have passed away in your life. The people that have passed away, like your grandma, whoever, those are people that are spirits. They're no longer human beings. They're spirits. They transfer from a human being to a spirit. So that's your spirit. So your grandmother in spirit might be saying, damn Amazing Fruits, stop going to everybody and asking them the same damn question. I'm not going around to all over these places to try and get you the same answers when you could have just get the answers from the people that have been right. You see what I mean? That's how I believe it works. That's my opinion on how things work, because you got to think about it. If you were dead and you were a spirit, right? And your daughter or your mom or whoever, someone you love, comes to me, and you're going to say, yeah, I can trust Mark because I know he's going to tell her the truth. I can go to Sonny and tell Sonny through the cards that, Amazing Fruits, this, and this. But if I go to so-and-so, if you go to this psychic, they're going to be like, no, this damn person's a con artist. I'm going to give her the wrong answer so she doesn't come back to this psychic anymore because this woman's a fraud. And I honestly, truly believe that's how it works. The more genuine you are and more truthful you are, the more answers you're going to get for every single person. You got me? That's how it works. That's my belief on how psychic stuff works. And if you're a psychic hater and you come here and say, oh, I'm in love with this guy, we have a great life, when do you see us getting married? And this person's like, damn, this bitch is getting married, I'm so jealous, I'm going to give her some wrong answers to make her feel like her man's, not the right one. There's people who do that, vindictive, shitty psychics that do that type of stuff. I've seen it happen many times. But that's why I don't really recommend anybody. I just tell people, look, I trust this person, I trust that person, and I trust this person. I don't really have too many psychic friends I trust, to be honest. I don't. And it's not because I'm hating or anything like that. It's just that I don't really trust too many psychics. One of the few psychics that I've known on YouTube for the past couple years and has been my friend and has never fucked me over, and I've never done anything bad to her and she's never done anything bad to me. We support each other. We get readings from each other. We help each other, and we've helped a lot of other people, is Rising Storm Tarot. And I've recently met Sonny, Becca B. There's my friend, Sage Intuitive, Shakima. She's good. And like, there's a few other people here and there that I probably forgot to mention, but there's a few people that I know that I trust and love as a friend. And they help me, I help them. That's what it's all about. Even if they're not right, I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's just at the end of the day, I'm trying to help them and they're trying to help me. even if they are right, I'll sit there and I'll say, hey, you were right about that shit. Guess what? That happened. And I want that. I want shit to happen so I can actually build the momentum and build the trust between me and that person. You know what I mean? So there's not that many people that I do trust, though. When I first came on here 3 years ago, I met a lot of people, a lot of psychics, because they all came to me. And I didn't really go to hardly any of them because they were, not that great. And they would lie to me and tell me shit that I wanted to hear. That's why I don't really associate with too many people. I really don't. Because I take this very seriously. Sonny, I'm going to give you your card first, and then I'll do your general. Thank you. I appreciate it. You didn't have to, but thank you. All right, you too. Thanks. Good seeing you. Okay. Sonny. I would say you look like her, Sonny. Okay, this says, I listen to others without judgment. And this card says, all people have the right to believe whatever they want to believe. They have the right to say whatever they want to say. Instead of judging what other people say, I listen and show my respect. That sounds just like you. Somehow. Now many teasings. But yeah. Listen to others without judgment. So you might be having tea or coffee with somebody and you talk about those things. Yeah, well, that's why you got that card, is trying to tell you, to not to judge people and just listen to people instead of like judging them. I think a lot of people have that situation where they judge first and listen after. My sister's very I hope she don't watch this, but my sister's like that. She'll judge somebody before listening to the story, and I can't stand when she does that. We all do it. I'm guilty of it too, because it depends on who the person and what they look like, or what they talk like. I actually just did it just now, as far as like other psychics and things like that. So I try not to judge people. I try to listen to them first, try to be cool with them, and then see how it goes from there. All right, Sonny, let's see what we got for you for the month of October. So hard not to judge people though, because it's the way the world is. You judge and you judge, and then you get to a point where you're like, I'm tired of this shit. You get fed up. Okay, this is interesting. All right, what I got here, Sonny, is the Ace of Swords reversed, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Moon. And what I get from this is, with this Ace of Swords reversed here, I would say that sometimes you may expect the worst, and try not to expect the worst. Try not to worry about like if something bad's gonna happen to you. Try not to like be temperamental. Try not to get try not to get aroused, like your temper aroused, or get your temper up from what somebody says to you, or what somebody tries to. If someone tries to embarrass you in some type of way, try not to let it get to you. Like, try not to give that person your energy. I think I've told you that before. Like, try not to allow people to get to you. I know it's so freaking hard, but there might be some obstacles with that, with temperament and people trying to get on your nerves. Like, I honestly think that some people do things to us to see if we will self-destruct. If you're a nice person, which I know you are, the devil's always trying to, make his work happen. He's trying to, people will always try to test our patience. And I think that your patience will be tested this month. All right. And try not to be that way. Try not to allow people to take your energy. Now, this Knight of Pentacles could be a man, a young man, could be somebody that is, and they're responsible, mature, they're patient, persistent, and this person is trying to organize themselves and conclude like a task that they have, trying to get to a better place. This could be your little brother, maybe. Maybe he's better now. Maybe he's getting his act together, or maybe things are better for him and you're like kind of happy about it. If it isn't him, then I would say that this is somebody in October that is younger than you, that you deal with in a way where you can say, okay, I can trust this person. I can depend on this person. I have the patience to deal with them. They're reliable. Every time I call upon them, they do things for me. They have my back. Someone that you can, have patience with, pretty much. Could be a younger man. If it isn't a younger man, it could be a younger woman. I don't really look at the cards like that, but I do emphasize the sex of the card. Then I got the Queen of Cups, which is probably you, a woman that is psychic, honest, loving, care, smart. A person who's a good friend to people. You're being fair. Be fair to people. Obviously, be fair to yourself. What this card also means to me is, because you do psychic stuff and you're a card reader, and I'm sure you have visions from time to time. And I think I've told you this as well before when I read for you. If you see anything in your visions, in your mind, when you read for people, like how I do, just say it. Like I think you did that to me the other day when you read for me. You said, before you pulled the card, you said, oh, this, and this. And I think that that vision you have is a gift that you should continue to use and continue to dwell on. I see a lot of things and I don't really need cards sometimes, but if I'm being asked to use cards, I'm going to use them. And I always want to use cards because I feel like it's an extra tool, it's extra information. So that card, this Queen of Cups, is pretty much saying that you're at the level where keep depending on your visions. Even if you have dreams, you see things, you see numbers, you see sequences, you see anything that you're visualizing, like if it's very strong, then it's there for a reason. Okay. And then finally here, like the Moon card is telling me the same thing, Yeah, exactly. But I feel like it will happen a lot more this month, because this month is like, you got Halloween, you got, it's the number 10, which is like completion, completing a cycle of visions that you have, things like that, Yeah. Yeah, I know it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen all the time for me either. But, sometimes we see the littlest things and we say, nah, that can't be nothing to do with them. Like I do that. I had a bad habit of doing that. So like, say I'm talking to you now and I saw, an airplane going through the sky and I'm like, this is nothing to do with her. She ain't no damn pilot. You see what I mean? So like, that's an example. Like, I don't know you, but I judged you because you were a woman. See, I didn't, I'm not going to like, I'm not going to, I can never, you see, that's what I mean. Like, so if you do that, like hold back from doing that. Hey Ninja, how you doing? So like, that's what I mean. Like sometimes we're going to have we have the gift of the vision, like use it, even if it doesn't even make sense. Because at the end of the day, it could make sense and it could increase your um like your confidence in reading more, you know? Because I think that a lot of people think that they can't get any better than they are. And I know you've said many times that you choose not to see certain things, and that's perfectly fine. But remember, it's a gift that we can use, and we can also control the gift. So when this Queen of Cups comes up for you, this could also mean that there's a woman psychic that you go to that will have visions about you in your life that will probably help you. It could be that too. This Queen of Cups might not even be you. It might be a woman that you go to that you trust a lot, and they have visions of your life, and they're a good psychic towards you. Could be that as well. But if this is you, and then this is telling me like to do that. Like don't be tricked, you know? Yeah, it could be. Could be if she's your go-to person. I know she's, I have nothing but good things to say about her. That's one of my friends on here for a long time. I just finished talking about her. So um yeah, could be her. She might be doing a reading for you this month and see things that connect with you. You know, yeah, she is. She's really good. She also, I'm sure she'll tell you the story one day. But one day, she had a few drinks, and we did a live on Instagram, and her mediumship kicked in. And not too many people know she has like a mediumship skill. But when her confidence is up and she has a few drinks, her mediumship kicks in. And I never forget it. She brought in my godmother and described it to a T and said everything that she would say. And it was like, I wish that she would I wish more people would take that gift and use it, because we all can do it. It's just that some of us need, a little persuasion and things like that. But she also can do mediumship. She did it for me that day, and a lot of people can do it. I know you can too. I encourage people to use that gift because it's a good gift to use. I didn't want to use it either at first. I never believed in it at all. I've told a story many a times on here that I didn't even want to do this shit, period. But because I had to change my life in order to do it. And I didn't want to change. I wanted to, drink and smoke and do crazy shit. So like the past 5 years, I changed my life. And the past 3 years, I've been doing, more mediumship readings. And I had to do it because I felt like that was my calling at the time. And I'm glad I did do it. And I don't regret it. Yeah. Lastly, Sonny here, what I do get is people might be dishonest with you, try to trick you, try to deceive you, try not to let these people make that mistake of doing that to you. Try not to be insincere, or try not to allow people. I'm going back to this again because the moon card to me is like take caution with people around you. And I know you're on top of that. Sometimes, in your room, somebody would say they donated and they didn't. I had that happen to me the last time I was on here. And, I thought it was pretty funny. But, little people know that, they're going to get karma for that shit. And they know who they are. I feel like people will try to take advantage of you this month and try not to let that happen. But that happens to everybody, It could be, Sonny. I can check if it is, but there is like a dishonesty, like a double dealing here. That moon card means a lot to me. I don't really look at the moon card as a good card, even when it's reversed. Okay, Ninja, take care, sweetie. Good seeing you. Yeah, double dealing. That's what I get. Yeah, it is regarding money. I got the 4 Pentacles, Sonny. So yes, to answer your question, yes, it's somebody who's not generous, somebody who's greedy. Something to do with like fear of financial stuff, like an upset. Somebody who tries to get something for nothing. Unfortunately, we all have to deal with people like that. So yeah, I would say yes, Sonny. It's something to do with money. Yeah, double dealing, greedy. Yeah, because that moon card also means to me that the person wants to take advantage of you, and if you're kind enough to let them get in the door, then the door is going to hit you in your ass. You know what I mean? So you got good cards, but you also got that moon, and that ace of swords reverse means almost the exact same thing in my mind. It means that someone's trying to embarrass you, double deal you, get something for nothing. Somebody who is trying to put that sword in your back. Because when that ace of swords is reversed, the sword's coming down. It's like, let me try and backstab Sonny and get something from her ass, So yeah. You're welcome, no problem. So I would say just be aware that someone's trying to do that, Someone is trying to do that. Which sucks because that happens to me many times. People always trying to get me. But they ain't gonna get me. We have to be so on top of our game. It's yeah, I agree. Try not to be generous with it. Try not to give it to anybody. I have a card in my deck. Don't lend money if you want it back. Because I've had that happen many times. Sonny, I'm gonna give you an extra card because I want to. And it's from this deck. It's called Talking to Heaven. It's mediumship cards. And I'll give you a message from here as your final message. I don't know why, but I see myself dark here. I don't know why. It's so weird. I don't know. You're welcome. I'm going to give you, I don't know if I've ever given you a card from this deck. But these are like mediumship cards my friend gave me. I'm always getting lovely gifts from beautiful people, which I'm very grateful for. Okay. Let's see what this means. I think I know what it means, but I'm not going to say much on here. But yeah. Okay. All right. This card says, now I have no pain. Oh, okay. I can't remember because sometimes I just can't remember the last time I used these cards. So someone in spirit is saying, now I have no pain. And they want you to know that. You worried whether I suffered in my passing. And I'm here now to tell you that all my physical pain is connected to the body. Now that my body has been laid to rest, I am completely pain-free. Before, movement was slow and cumbersome. And now I am so light and free. that I can be wherever I want to be with just a thought. Part of my life review has been to examine the source of the previous physical pain and to take responsibility without guilt for my role in manifesting those conditions. I now see that the path of pain was a choice my soul made, and I'm learning great lessons of compassion and empowerment from that path. So this card is saying to me that there's somebody that you know that suffered pain before they passed away, and they want you to know that don't worry, that they are no longer suffering from pain. That they're okay now. They're perfectly fine. And that is good to know, because I always wonder, that sometimes if people take their pain with them, which I, obviously found that out a long time ago that they don't. They just they take their grudges with them. You welcome. They take their grudges with them to the grave and to spirit. That's what I do know for sure, because I've had a lot of spirits say in the background, like, look, I don't want to talk to that person. It was like the pilot guy came that day, asking for your forgiveness. I thought that was cool. I get that, plenty of times people say those things, but grudges, I know they do hold for sure. They'll sit there and be like, yeah, F you, I'm not talking to you, I don't care. Mark, tell them I ain't speaking to them. Yeah. I think that one will stick in my brain for a long time, Sonny. I think that reading was sticking in my brain for a while. Yes, Nikki, sure. Sure you can. All right. Nikki. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. Some people ask to speak to somebody, and that's okay. But sometimes when you don't ask and it comes, it's because that person really wants to talk to you, and I'm glad that it was a good thing. Nikki, your card is the real me is beyond everything I know. And this card says the real me is truth. My physical presence is real. Everything else, including everything I know through symbols, is not truth. It's not real. It's an illusion, and it's beautiful. So there you go. This is pretty much saying no matter what the case is, it's all beautiful, even if it's an illusion in your mind. I like this card. It's got like butterflies as the woman's like crown. It's butterflies. I don't know if anybody noticed that. But like her little crown thingy around her head is all butterflies. So it's you going through a transformation of what's real, what's not, what's truthful, what's not, what's this and what's that. It's a constant battle of real and not real, illusions, all sorts of things. Hey LH, how you doing? Yes. Thank you for being here. Hi Vita. Thank you. I just got it. You can ask your question when you're ready. Thank you. I don't know if I said you're welcome, Nikki. Sorry. Can't remember. I got caught up in a thought there. LH, yes, you can. All right, LH, your messages. What messages am I delivering to myself? This card says, when I deliver truth and love to myself, I am happier. I am just being happier. The people around me benefit. My effort is really for everyone because my joy, my happiness, my heaven are contagious. So this is basically saying the happier you are, the happier everybody around you is. And if you keep being truthful to yourself, people will notice, and the people around you that actually benefit you will benefit off of your happiness and tend to be happy as well. So keep delivering the right things to yourself. I tell people that every day. Keep being positive, even though things are negative. Sometimes things don't go your way. Tell yourself, hey, at least I'm not in the hospital hooked up to some IV. At least I'm not, at least I don't have a disease. At least I'm not dying. Yes, my car just got a flat tire on the highway. It sucks, but hey, at least I'm not dead. I think people have, this notion where the petty things are like the worst things, but it always could be worse. That's good. I'm glad, and you're welcome. And thanks for being new and coming in. Appreciate it. All right, Vita, you said your question is, what is a current feelings towards me? Do you see commitment in the future? All right, let me check. Two, three. Okay, Vita. A's current feelings for you. I see that he's trying to understand you. I think he's trying to like temporarily improve his feelings for you, and he's trying to like rely on his self. I think that he's a very self person. Like he's a person that does for himself. So having you around or feeling for you is like kind of gonna take some time because he's like, I know it all or I do it all. So why do I need this woman again? He might be a guy like that. He's trying to accept the fact that there's going to be ups and downs, or trying to get to know you is probably being a task, or it's like he's trying to figure you out or understand you. Okay. He also seems like he's ready to like do more, but he feels like you might be holding back on him or might not be telling him everything he needs to know. As far as like a commitment in the future, it's very possible by the end of the year that you guys could be together by the end of the year, is what I'm getting. I feel like that's the wish here, that's the gain here, but I feel like it's gonna take, from now to there, which is 2 months away. The end of the year is only 2 more months. But I do feel like because of your past, he wants to start a new business. I feel like he's a very like hands-on type of person. I feel like he's crafty and he can be able to do that. So remember, I'm going to tell you this now as a business owner, that a lot of men, when they start their business and they get going, the last thing that's on their mind is a relationship and dealing with a woman. Okay? Don't take that in the wrong way. But remember that you might be second place to the business. And if you can accept that and be patient and look at the overall, you know, long haul, then you'll be a part of the business. You'll be a part of his life. Hey, MZ, how you doing? I feel like that's on his mind, the business, but you are there. You are like in the cards here. And I feel like in due time, um, it's going to be difficult because he's going to be working hard. And, the past is in the way here for you or for him. But I feel like the past may be haunting you as well as him. Like you might have had, everybody has a past. So I feel like you may have had like a guy in the past that may have done you wrong. So you're going to be very, you have to be patient with this guy, with A. And maybe if A had a bad relationship recently, he's going to be taking his time with you. But there is a possibility for commitment by the end of the year, because I got the 9 of Cups here at the end, which means that that's the wish here. That's the attainment. That's the goal. And, but there is like some difficulties here and there, as far as patience, acceptance. He might not have all the time in the world for you. He might not be giving you like, if you're a needy person, then don't expect him to give you a lot of time, especially if he's starting the business. Yeah, and because of those failed relationships, my advice to you is not to take that into this new relationship. Just understand that everybody's different. And it's common sense, really. Yes, I do business readings, sweetheart. Yes, of course. But that's the thing, yeah, I feel like the past is still dwelling there, especially if it was fresh like this year. I feel like that affects both of you or affects one of you more than the other. There has been some bullshit in the past here, but I do feel like it would develop over time, especially around holiday times. Maybe Halloween, you guys might be getting together and doing something. Remembrance Day, leading up to like Thanksgiving. Those are all going to be like specific time frames for you of getting better with him, like getting more friendship, more getting to know each other, getting more like possibly, into a relationship. But I feel like the past is in the way for now. But it's a temporary thing. It's going to develop over time. So to answer both your questions, that's what I got. So just be honest is my opinion, But I do feel like if one of your birthdays is this month, November or December, if your birthday or his birthday is there, then I feel like there could be, a closer, like a dating type of thing between you guys when it comes to special occasions or, something like that. Like you guys might be getting together on those holidays and special occasions. All right. Hey, Peanut Butter Cup. You can go ahead and ask your question. I just got the donation. Thank you. So, Vita, it looks good. Just take your time, be patient, and see how it all pans out. All right. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Hope it all goes good for you. Patience is the key. Your birthday is in December. Okay, cool. So things might be getting frisky around that time. So I got I get a card. I'm not going to say what card it is because then people are going to use my my thing, my information. But there's a card that I use in the deck here and it says like holiday festivities, things like that, birthdays, things like that. Hey, there you go. See, there you go. Ta-da! So looks like towards from now to the end of the year, things would develop slowly but surely. So it looks good, Vita. Just be patient and remember, like when he says he can't see you, that means he can't see you because he's busy. I try to explain that to everybody. I own my own business too for 15 years, and when I have time, I have time. When I don't, you have to understand that. If you can't, then go find some guy that doesn't have a job, and he can do whatever you want. You can go get a leash and put him on there and walk him around like a doggy. Okay, you said Q. So your company had a surprise big layoff, but they kept me. And I mean, okay. I gotta read that all again. All right, let me check. Yes, I'm going to feel the essence of your question because if I don't feel the essence of your question, I can't answer it. You know how I am, especially when it comes to you. I have to make sure I do a great job. Hmm. As you know, I like you more when you're sleeping, but being that you're awake, I'll take care of you. Okay. As far as your current job, right? This is how I want to start this. As far as your current job, they are going to withdraw, you know, like you said, they're going to the layoff, get losing guaranteed hours benefits, you know. I feel like things are going to be that way, right? It's going to be a setback and an obstacle. Now, the thing I'm getting here is you got to make the smart choice, right? I know that's what you're asking me, is what the smart choice should be. And I feel like you should go with your intuition. So whatever you've already decided in your mind, you should go with that, right? But I know how your mind works. I don't know why you just don't work for yourself. I'm just saying. If you do get another job, all right, it's going to be good, especially if you go through a mail. And I feel like if you're looking for other work, it'll be a good thing. It's just that it might be uncertain to you. You know what I mean? It might be uncertain at the time. Like you might have people who promise you things and not give you things, like not say what they mean and mean what they say. You know, so um, you have to do what you're passionate about. You know, everybody is passionate about something in their life. You know, you got to do something that you're happy doing. Whatever you're happy doing, do it. You know, like me, I've been on my own for 15 years, and I'm happy doing what I do. You know, I love working and doing things. But I want this. The cards are telling me that you need to be discreet about everything too. Try not to like say too much and do too much at all one time. Try not to fix this problem right away. All right. But if you look for other work, there might be some men that there might be two men that might have job offers for you. But if you decide to work there, it's gonna cause some arguments, some disagreements, or you might just be feeling uncertain if like you should take it. Like for instance, a guy might say, hey Buttercup, look, I got a job if you want it. This is what I pay. This is what I have, and you're like, okay, well, yeah, I can do that. You know, I'll see if I can do this. And then as you're thinking about it, you'd be like, I don't really know if I should. And then a second person might say, okay, yeah, you're looking for a job. Okay, well, this is what we can offer. And then you're still going to be like uncertain about whether or not you really want to take it. So it's you being uncertain about taking other work. All right. All right. Now, you said finish school and start another higher degree program, right? That is your best option. And that is the option that I got the best cards for. It says that you will improve, things will get better for you financially, you'll find a better job, and you'll be very, very happy. Three of Pentacles, the Sun. I would say, yeah. If you put the devotion in to finishing school, starting a higher degree program, then you'll benefit from those things. And you're still young, you can handle it. It's never too late. And I feel like that is your best option out of everything. That's what the cards are saying. And I always tell everybody, and I'll tell you and anybody who's listening, when you leave one job to go to another job, just know that the job might be better, but you're still going to encounter an asshole. You're still going to encounter somebody that's gonna like not like you, somebody that will hate you, somebody you might meet and be friends with for the rest of your life, no matter what. So take that all into consideration that it's not always going to be the best situation. It's not always going to be better, you know? But as far as answering your questions, which I've done, your last question says finish school and start another higher degree program. If you're not scared and you become devoted to this, it's going to be very favorable to you, and you'll meet more people that have been in the same situation. And whatever program you choose to do, make sure it's you're going to be in great demand of it. So what I'm getting here is finally is find a trade that is in high demand. For instance, me. I do electrical. I've done electrical I've been an electrician for 25 years. And everybody needs an electrician at some point. And I do maintenance. I do a lot of things. The more you learn, the more you earn. And that concludes your reading, Buttercup. So good luck. I know you can do it. And I feel like that's going to be a good option for you. Hey, Tristan, how you doing? Yep, so far so good. MZ, thank you for your donation. You can ask your question when you're ready. Yeah, I know you've been into like the nursing, field, and that's why you can be. That's a field that is in very high demand. People are always getting sick. People always need health care, and if you love doing that, then that's going to be very well worth it. I know you can handle it. Let me see. Isn't your birthday coming up soon, or was your birthday already? I know aren't you a Libra? I can't. I know you are. I'm not trying to say that Libras are smart or anything, but hey, I try to be. Yesterday, happy birthday! I knew your birthday was. I knew you were a Libra. Happy belated birthday, sweetheart. Well, not yesterday, but today is today is already midnight here, so I'm on the 4th. I'm way ahead, 4 hours ahead of you. But yes, I knew you were a Libra. I just couldn't remember your birthday. But happy birthday, sweetheart, and many more. And I'll give you a birthday card now, okay? Just because it's your birthday. Well, it was your birthday. All right. Your birthday card is kitty cats. I don't take anything personally. Nothing others say or do is about me. This awareness gives me immunity in my interaction with other people. I am immune to their opinions and their emotional poison. There you go. MZ, you said, I would start a legal nurse business. I was wondering if it will be very successful in that sector, and what should I accomplish? What do I accomplish it? All right, I'll check that for you. Tristan, you said, I just realized something. You don't put tarot in your title or use tarot in your description. That's why I never found your channel. Yes, because my channel isn't just about tarot. It's about me, Marky Mark. Yeah, I just don't do tarot. I do a lot of things. So I don't like to base my channel on one thing. That's why I do it. Yeah. And another thing is, like when I go into other rooms, when I had my name as Marky Mark's Tarot. And I used to go in people's room and they used to thought that I was advertising myself. Like some insecure, idiot readers would say, "Oh, I don't appreciate you coming in my room because, your name is Marky Mark's Tarot. You're trying to advertise yourself in my channel." And I'm like, wow. So what do you want me to do? Like create another account and come in your room then? You moron. So that's why I actually took it off, because I just put it to Marky Mark, because I felt like everybody was like intimidated when I came in their room and tried to like say that I was advertising myself. I ain't advertising shit. What, you jealous or something? So yeah, people are insecure and stupid. Usually it's like, I don't like to sound like that, but it's usually like, actually I'm not gonna say it. I'll be nice. Yeah, that's why I don't do it. But anyway, yeah, Sunny actually says that all the time. She says, make sure you look for Marky Mark's Tarot. Put tarot at the end. Yeah. A lot of insecure people out there. I really don't care. Like if a reader came in my room and it said such and such tarot, I wouldn't even give a shit. I'd ask about them. I'd like, help them or whatever. Like, but some people are like, don't be advertising my channel. And it's usually some insecure woman. So yeah. Not saying that all women are like that, but yeah. Okay. All right. MZ, if you were to start a legal nurse business, it will be good, but you have to make sure you don't repeat any mistakes you've made in the past. Don't be too generous. Don't be too kind, because in that field, you have to make sure you're honest, truthful, and you do what's right for your patients, for your people. And I feel like in the beginning, you have to make a real complete change and get rid of all the things in the past so you can focus on just that business and just yourself. Because if not, unexpected things will happen, things will start to downfall, and you have a lot of setbacks. But I do see that it will work out if you make it happen. Try not to be like vulnerable to other situations. Like if somebody tells you, do this, do that, like you have to do things your way. In other words, you have to take control in order for it to work. And I feel like if you want to partner up with anybody, you can. If you can be like a part of something, you will. I feel like you'll develop a lot of friendships, relationships with people, especially clients. I feel like it'll eventually get better and better. And it could also lead to like a good understanding between you and yourself and people around you. Also, what I got here is like trying not to be too cautious and guard everything that you do. Like don't, for instance, I always tell people, try not to publicize your business too much. Like don't go tell everybody that you're going to be a legal nurse business. Don't tell everybody, because not everybody's going to like care about what you're doing or where you're going and all that shit. Like nobody really, a lot of people don't really give a shit or don't have your best interest at heart. So like keep it to yourself until you actually make it happen. You have to be very active in order for this to happen. All right. But I do see that if you put your all into it, it'll work. Got the Two of Cups here at the end. So that tells me that, you're very passionate about it, and you can like make a lot of friends, make a lot of clients, get a lot of clients, not make a lot of clients, get a lot of clients. And, a lot of partnerships will be made. Like people will want to, deal with you. All right. And I always encourage everyone to go on their own and start their own business. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself. I did it 15 years ago and I'm still going. You know, I got tired of working for everybody else. But some people in the world have to work for somebody, and some people like to work for themselves. It all depends on what you want and how you want it. You know, it's but I always encourage people, if you really think you can do it, then do it. Go for it. You know, it might not be for you. You might fail. You might get back into it, or it might not happen the way you want it or when you want it. But the main thing is to always respect, every single client you get, because once you gain the respect of clients, then they respect you. Never tell them you're coming and you don't come, or don't cancel appointments and shit like that, because that's gonna just aggravate the person. So you have to treat a client like how you would treat yourself. So yeah, I would say go for it, MZ. Go for it. There you go. You got a cheerleader. See, go for it, girl. You go, girl. Yep. Sure, the planes run here all the time. You know that. I never say nobody can't come. If you want to come here, that's up to you. It's never up to me. I'm just the host. So when you get in and you say, hey, I'm here, I'm your guy. I'll take you wherever you need to go, show you around, whatever you want. Of course I will. I would hang out with you. You probably have to pay me to hang out with you, but I'll still hang out with you though. I'm not like that. I'm not that guy. Well, yeah, see that, if I have to pay, I'll pay for dinner. That's cool. You won't need a taxi. I'll take you around, pick you up, do what you got to do. I'll pay for your lobster. It's cool. I don't mind. I don't look for nothing in return. It's all good. I'll make sure you don't have too much to drink. I'm offering to pay. I'll offer to pay for your first dinner in Bermuda. I'll say, hey, look, being at your first time here, I'll pay for your dinner. Then after that, you can pay for mine if you want. If not, you can pay me no mind. You're welcome, MZ. No problem. Wish you the best. Yeah, sure. You can hang with an amigo. I'll hang out with you, amiga. Yeah, one thing, I'm a man of my word. I never lie. I only lie when I sleep. It's lobster season right now too. I already had a couple. I got one in my freezer right now. I even make it for you. How about that? See? It's all good. Yeah, see that? I'm the master. Once you eat my food, that's a wrap. That was the longest 5 minutes of your life. Yes, I'm sorry about the. Oh yeah, enjoy it. My cousin just came from Mexico. He loves it out there. Flea little piggy. That was the longest 5 minutes of your life. Yes, I know. I have the 5 minute subscriber thing on there. The reason that most people have that subscriber mode now is because people just randomly come in. I actually love this option because a regular troll ain't gonna wait 5 minutes. They're gonna be like, "Fuck this! I ain't trolling this person up next." Somebody will let me in publicly. So ever since this the YouTube's changed with all these things, that's why I'm back on here because I got really tired of trolls. I like to concentrate on readings and try and help everybody and not be distracted by some moron. So now with the subscribers mode and the 5 minute waiting time, it pisses them off. So they're like, yeah, I don't need to troll this guy. See you. I'm not gonna wait for 5 minutes and then bang. No, Elizabeth. Yeah, she's busy with her life. She doesn't really come on YouTube on here. She's on my Instagram. But I don't really need a moderator like that. I don't have like 50 people in my room and shit. So. Oh, that was you, Flea Little Piggy? You can ask your question when you're ready. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't have a question attached to it, but I did get it though. Thank you. I won't say your name, obviously, unless you want me to. But I'll just say Flea Little Piggy. I actually told my nephew that there was a grocery store here where I live in Bermuda 40 years ago that was called Piggly Wiggly. And he thought I was joking. I said, no, I'm not joking. I'm being dead serious. That's what the grocery store used to be called. Piggly Wiggly. And he thought it was the funniest thing in the world. But it did exist 40 years ago. And then it got burnt down during the riots that we had here years ago. But yeah, that's why I have the subscriber mode. And yeah, Sunny sends people my way. I appreciate her for that. All right. Okay. I like how you said that. Will my love interest leave his current situation so we can sail off into the sunset together? Really? That's the first time I've ever heard somebody say a question like that. We're in love. However, he is in a situation which needs to be sorted out. Okay, there. I'll check. Oh, man. The things you say when you're in love. Oh, man. I'm going to find out. But yeah, I've been in that situation once before, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. Okay. All right. As far as him and his situation, I think it's still causing him depression, and his past will always be a part of his life. But he is determined to make it happen. He does have deep emotional feelings and love for you. That's no question. I do feel he's putting in the effort to make this all work, and so you can sail into the sunset. And I think it's going to happen around some type of festivity, some type of holiday times. I feel like he's gonna break things off in his current situation, so that way he can be with you before like a specific holiday time. So from now to like maybe he wants to like be with you 100% before Christmas. Like that's his goal, you know. Like he's probably saying to himself, okay, from now until Thanksgiving, I'm gonna try and do my best to be with Free Little Piggy, so we can we can flee into the sunset together. He does look at you as a person who controls the situation, has strength, courage. He likes your energy. He likes your determination. He likes the way you are accomplished and smart, all that type of stuff. He likes the fact that you have confidence in his decisions, and I think that you could be the backbone in the situation here. But I do see like he's going to continue to put the effort in to sort it out, and I think that it will happen by the end of this year. All right. The other thing here is he's still depressed mentally, about this whole thing. I think that he might work hard, physically in his job or mentally in his job. I think that wherever he's working, he's like between work, you, and his current situation. Like those three things are, really bearing down on him and making him feel a certain way. All right. So once he gets out of that state of mind and gets, puts in the effort and gets to a certain point, I think that it'll change after that. But try not to pressure him. Try not to make it feel like he has to do it. Let it all occur on its own time, pretty much. You feel like he's accomplished his goal, and I feel like he's accomplished the fact that he's with you. Yeah, if you're patient, it'll work. If you're not, then it's gonna depress his mind more. He's gonna feel more depressed. He's gonna feel like more pressure. He's going to feel like he'll might even be quiet. He might just say, "Look, I'm not even gonna talk to this person anymore," because they're aggravating me. Or you might just like back off, or things like that. So if you're patient, the power of patience will make it happen. But try not to force anything, but stay active at the same time. All right. But to answer your question, I feel like you guys will sail off into that sunset together from now to the end of the year. And I feel like it's gonna happen during a holiday season, So I don't know if you're in the States or not, but if you are, I know you have Remembrance Day, Halloween coming up, Remembrance Day, Thanksgiving, and obviously Christmas. So if you're in Australia, so whatever holiday you have coming up in Australia, if you have a holiday from now until Christmas coming up, if there's a holiday in between now and then that's when things will get a little bit saucier. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good for you and him. I just feel like, it's going to take a little bit longer for that to happen. You're welcome. No problem. Hope it all works out for you. Just stay positive, patient, and I think it'll all work out. It looks good. As of now, right now, October 4th, it looks good. Things change, things happen, but let's hope it stays the way I just said. And if you are sailing out in the water on the sunset, you can always, come to Bermuda by by boat. You can sail here for your honeymoon or for yeah. Yeah, you can visit, just sail by, say hello. This is a place for lovebirds. I know a few people out there in Australia. Got some good friends out there, good people out there. I never met a bad person from Australia. New Zealand. I got a few clients from New Zealand, Australia. Nice people. Yes, love is the best feeling. But as I say, if love is so nice, then why does it hurt so bad? Of course they do. Everybody has a preference. That's a preference. Some people, some people prefer chubby women than BBWs, or some guys prefer thin women. Some people prefer blondes, brunettes, redheads, gingers. You all got everybody's got names. Everybody's got preferences. I express those preferences all the time. Some people like single people with no kids. Some people don't care to date someone with kids. Some people don't want to date divorced people. Some people, want to marry somebody. Want to have, somebody wants to deal with people. Yada 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 yada. Blue eyes, brown eyes, whatever. I feel like everybody has a preference. Hey, LC. Yes, I did get the donation. Thank you. You can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. Thanks. It's all a preference. I'm sure you have a preference too. I'm sure your preference is, A, B, C, D, whatever, You want a tall, dark, and handsome man, that wants to do nasty things to you. Or you just want somebody that tells the truth. Yeah, I'm sure you have a preference. Don't say you don't have a preference. That's not possible. Because if you see somebody, you're like, ew, I don't want to be with him. Right? You're not just gonna randomly, date a crackhead that's on the side of the road that's homeless, right? Not saying that they're not a good partner, but they can be. We all have a preference. I don't want to marry somebody that's in a strip club. Exactly, but that's called a preference. Okay, LC says, does the Cancer Man want to be more than friends? Oh boy. Cancer Man. Let me tell you a story about Cancer. No, I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, I know you're joking. Nah, let me stop teasing. All right, LC, let's see. Does this Cancer? Okay. This Cancer Man, I feel like he doesn't want to be more than friends right now because he might be in a loss of money situation. He might feel like he's not financially stable. He might feel a little frail, a little vulnerable. He might feel like, if I'm too nice to Elsie, what am I gonna get in the end of this? Like, is she gonna cheat on me? Is she gonna be this? Is she gonna be that? I think he questions himself about your connection with him, or wanting to be more than friends. I think he's trying to test you out right now, see how things are. I also feel like he might be like withdrawing from you here and there. He might not be very might not be, communicating a lot, or he's probably being discreet or like cautious. Like, I don't really want to get myself into too much situation here with LC because, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I'll take it slow and steady and see how it is. I feel like he's the type of person who has anxiety and he's very impatient, uneasy, and he knows that his past actions have got him in trouble, so he doesn't want to do that again. So, as far as answering your question, does he want to be more than friends? Not right now. I think that he has to be like totally, happy before, I'll tell you a story about Cancer men, and please don't take anybody who watches these things. When I talk about certain signs, it doesn't mean that every sign is like that. It's just my opinion. And I have a right to my opinion and a right to my experiences about certain people. Cancer men, they either fall in love fast or they just like fall in love with the wrong person and make stupid mistakes. And they have this vulnerability about them where they kind of, know that the person is not right for them, but they go in anyway and try to change the person or change for that person. And that's where they get themselves into trouble. But if Cancer men are not financially stable, then they're not going to be, worried about you in a relationship because they feel like they have to be. They have to be the nurturer, the carer, the emotional blanket person, whatever. But I feel like he's living in denial right now. Like he doesn't really feel like he has to, he's going to be in a relationship with you because of that. He's too caught up in his own life. But there is potential in the future. Like I got the sun card here in the end, which tells me that, he wants to, but, it's like as soon as me, yeah, he's not working at the moment. And that's why he doesn't want to, go into anything because, a lot of, men are like obligated to buy shit for women, right? Like that's what people, perceive men as when they're in a relationship with a woman. Like we have to do everything. We have to supply things for you. We have to pay for you. And I know this is just how people think, right? So a Cancer man usually thinks like that. If I can't, take LC on a date because I'm, jobless, then why the hell would she want me for? She can find Mark, and Mark would take her to lobster dinner and wine and dine her and give her the best. You know what I mean? So like he probably thinks like that, which is unfortunate. But if you don't really give a shit about that, and you just like him for who he is, and you know that he'll eventually get a job and be cool, then let him know that, even if you have to let him know indirectly. But it's a possibility it could like get better in time. All right. It could get better in time. Yeah, he does. He does like you, yeah. He thinks you're independent. He thinks you're a good person. In the past, when you were his love interest in the past, um, hey Liz, thanks very much. You can ask your question when you're ready. He still likes you, but he's still being cautious. But he still thinks that things could be. He looks at you as a potential partner. So yeah, he does like you. Yes. He does like you. I just think it boils down to him overcoming what's in his life in order to get to you, you know? Yeah. You're welcome. And it's not every Cancer, man. I'm not trying to bash anybody, you know, but I have my experiences with people. And I tell people all the time, sometimes, you know, uh, an Aquarius man and Aquarius woman could be different, you know, and you also have every zodiac sign. I don't emphasize too much about zodiac signs and stuff, but I do mention it when I have to. But the thing is I always tell people that, you know, every zodiac sign shares 2 months, you know? So you can have like the June cancers, the July cancers, and everybody's different, even male, female. The energies are all different, but they can be the same, you know, in certain ways, especially relationships and ways and the way they act, the way they deal with things. You know, they take things too hard on themselves. So when you said a Cancer man, I was like, okay, I try not to put that in there. But then when I saw the cards, I was like, yep, there you go. But not everybody's the same. All right, Liz, you say, what does the universe need me to know right now? Liz, before I do your reading, I just I want to ask you a question. Is there like a woman that has passed away that you still think about or talk about like in spirit, like a mom or a grandma? If she seems like a yeah, she seems like a grandma. Um, like I see a woman with like, you know, white hair, and it's and she's like trying to come through to me and tell me, like, I feel like this message is more about from her, not from the universe, you know. um I feel like she was like a she looks like an elegant woman, like a person who kept upkeep, you know. She wanted to look good, she wanted to look prim and proper, and you know, I feel like she has like a little smile on her face, like she's happy, but you know, not like ecstatic or like hey, you know, but like kind of serious, but you know, cool, like a good energy. Hmm. I felt like she was. I felt like she was like a somebody of importance to people around her. You know, I actually saw her when I'm shuffling the cards. Um, okay, what I got here is you need to like disconnect from the past. Like try to abandon all the things from the past. I know it's hard. The past is always, um, the past is always something that we have to deal with, and I feel like that's your downfall, or it could be your setback. If it's not a downfall, it's a setback, and I feel like maybe you dwell on the past from time to time. We all do. Nothing wrong with that, but I feel like you might be reluctant to move forward because of the past. Um, I see younger people around you, so if you have kids, your kids might be an issue, or it might be a problem. If you don't have kids, this could be like people that are around you that gossip about you or don't have the ability to make decisions and can't proceed without making a decision, or always come to you and say, hey, Liz, I need you to think for me. Or, hey, mom, what the hell am I going to do? Yeah. Okay. Well, if you don't have kids, then this could be your friends, your siblings. This could be like someone around you who, um, this could be like an ex, husband, an ex-boyfriend, or it could be like a brother, or somebody that you know that's younger than you, and this person is full of gossip, might tell you things. This person also like doesn't have the ability to make decisions. Like they come to you to make decisions for them. All right. This could also be somebody you work with. Yo, 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 what's up, Renee? If you have Liz, if you have dealt with a if you've dealt with a situation recently or in the past where you disputed with somebody, or you dealt with arguments with another man, or over a woman, or with a man arguing or defending somebody, then that's something that you have to let go. So this looks like a past problem that still might be haunting you, or might be dwelling in your brain, something from the past. So only you know what that is. You don't have to put it out on here. But to me, I feel like they want you to let go of certain things, certain people, certain situations where you had, setbacks with people where they argue with you, they, made you feel like they had to make a decision, or you're not really decisive on how you really want to make things happen with these people. But it's just like you have to make that change of ending a friendship with someone that you've had from the past, that you have. There could be a person around you that you need to get rid of in order for you to change, in order for you to move forward. And that's something that you have to ask yourself who it is. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm doing good. All's good. Being busy. Same shit, different day. I get younger people around you, younger energy around you, Liz. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but this is what I got. You know? The thing is that's it's something to do with your past, and it might be coming back, or it's something that you can't let go, that you don't want to let go. Let me just pull 3 more cards to see what's good, what's up with this. Yeah. If you have a male boss, then this male boss is good to you, but there's something about this person that you might, not accept, or you might ignore the fact that something is happening, or you might feel like somebody's tricking you. A man is tricking you, or a man is like, uh, there's a man trying to trick you, or trying to deceive you in some type of way. And also, this is saying like you got to accept the fact that if you need help from spirit, or you need help, then you can ask for it, because you might not understand that these people have some type of knowledge about you, where they need to find stuff out about you, or they're just in your life, and you might have to get them out, or you might have to choose who should be in your life and who can't be in your life. So to be honest, what I see in this whole reading is you got to make a choice on who should be around you, and who can and cannot be around you, and who should be in your life and who isn't in your life. That's the message here. So maybe that's why grandma took over, because she obviously knows you better than the universe, as I would say. Because you asked for a universal message, but your grandma came up. And when people say, I want a message from the universe, I really don't, I look at that as something that's just a saying. That's just something people say, but spirit actually control the messages in my eyes. Oh, nice, Renee. Congratulations. No, he didn't tell me. That's good. You have a Libra and an Aquarius. Congrats. I didn't know you were having a baby. That's nice. I know you said you wanted to have another one. That's good. If you're having an Aquarius, that's a blessing in your life. See, that's the best thing that's gonna happen to you. All right, Liz. I hope. I mean, I know I got you thinking, and something there, but only you know. You don't have to sit here and talk about your life. I'm not asking you to do that, and I don't want you to do that either. It's a public chat. But if that made sense to you, or you want to pick the bones out of that, you go right ahead. You know. But the message to me for you is that there's a decision you have to make. Try not to be indecisive and make the decision to have certain people in your life. And these people could be younger than you. All right. Like, pretty much don't allow these people to dictate to you how they want things done. Liz is in charge of Liz. Yes, 2 earth sign babies. You be good. You have a little bit of everything. All right. Okay. We got another donation from someone. If you're here, you can go ahead and ask your question. I don't like to say your names on here if you don't want me to, but I keep that private. 5 months already. Damn, time flies. That's my dog in the background. You see her. She's rubbing her eyes and rolling over, being a nuisance. You okay over there? I know it's past your bedtime. This is going to be my last question, and I'm going to go because it's already 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. It's crazy, dog. Sometimes I think she knows she's on here. Oh yeah, I'm sure it takes out a lot out of you. The main thing is you stay hydrated. I mean, I've never been pregnant, even though sometimes I look it, but yeah, diamonds over here acting crazy. But yeah. The good thing is you've been through it already. Yes, Nia. I got your donation. Thanks. You can go ahead and ask your question. They always say the second one is better than easier than the first one, but that's yet to be determined. Some people say that, some people, it all depends. Mm-hmm. I can't believe it's already 1 o'clock in the morning here. Time flew by. I've been on here for 2 hours. I weren't expecting being here this late, but I'm here. That's what happens when you have an Aquarius. See, us Aquarius is like we don't go through that type of stuff. Yeah, I weren't expecting to be on here this late, but I'm here. It's all good. All right, Nia, you say, how does Brandon see me and feel about me? All right. All right. Well, Brandon feels that he has a lot of setbacks in his life right now. He might be going through some financial delays or financial stuff. How he feels about you is still, he feels like he's stuck and he needs to find out more information about you or get to know you better. He's not really like happy with how things are progressing or how things are. But he thinks that he has to put in a lot of effort in order to get with you or to get to know you. He doesn't want any trouble, and I think that he doesn't want to rush into anything. So he's not a rusher. He doesn't want to rush into anything with you. I feel like he does want to put in effort, but he also doesn't want to get hurt again because I feel like some past issues happened with him. Also, I do get like he's being held back by people in his life. Like if he has children, I feel like they're holding him back from furthering his friendship or relationship, with you or how he feels about you. Or right now, he's going through a period in his time where he has to go through some things first and then see how things go after that. That seems to be like the storyline today. Well, another thing I get here is if he drinks, I feel like he might be drinking a little bit too many, or he might be drinking like and trying to drink his sorrows away. If he doesn't drink, then I think he's just emotionally confused at the moment. But I feel like his personal life is making him see and feel about you different. Like he's not really seeing and feeling you because he's got too much going on in his own world. So I think that you're like not a big priority to him or a big situation in his life. But he feels like he does want to make effort eventually. All right. And he's not going to rush into anything with you at all. So, which is good. But I don't know if this is a past situation he's dealing with or just an experience that he had that makes him feel bitter inside. I feel like he's stuck, and that's why his feelings about you are not really clear. I don't know if that made sense, but that's how, he feels about you. He doesn't really feel much because he has too much on his plate. And if that isn't the case, then he might feel like you have nothing to offer him. And you might be telling him, look, I went through this, I went through that. And you might be telling him about your past. And he might be like, I can't deal with her because all she does to me is talk to me about her life and I can't handle that shit. That could be the other situation here. Yeah. So that's why he won't be. I think he's putting in a lot of effort though. I feel like he's putting in effort in his life to change it. And like I tell most women, a lot of men, they can't do two things at once. They can't focus on you in a relationship or wanting to be in a relationship and their job and their life and washing their clothes and making their food. They got to do a little bit by little bit. They're not multitaskers. There are men that can, but most can't. Not saying that he's like that, but he could be. And, that's the setback. Yeah. That's why the feelings aren't clear, because, you were together, you broke up, and now he needs to sort his shit out. He needs to sort all of his life out. I feel like, it's to do with money. It's to do with, getting his self sorted out. And I think that because you guys broke up, he's not really happy about that. But, he doesn't want to experience another breakup with you, or getting into any type of, fights or anything like that. Oh, that's a good thing. If he still loves you and he told you that, then that's good. Yeah, you also need to focus on yourself. Yeah. Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And I feel like if you guys put in a major effort and you deal with that and don't get yourselves in trouble and don't get yourselves going back into that experience you had before in the breakup, then it'll work out. Let bygones be bygones, like they say, or leave the past alone and move forward. But I think he expects that, the journey that you guys have been through, and he doesn't want to rush into anything. And I feel like, he wants to achieve things for himself, and also you do. But I also feel like, people where he has people to deal with, or situations, obviously. He's trying to be more mature, but he'll get there. So just take it one day at a time and be patient and see how it all works out. If the love is still there, then that's good. Just allow him to focus on himself, and in the meantime, focus on yourself, and hopefully it'll all work out. All right. I am going to close the stream down. I need to go sleep. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's actually 111 here in the island of Bermuda, where I live, and I'm about to get out of here. I will be on again tomorrow at some point. I don't know when, but I will be on here at some point. I try not to come on this late, but yeah, I'm here. It was nice seeing you all. Thanks for the donations, the support, all the good stuff. And I will be here tomorrow, hopefully, God willing. And I wish everyone a good night. Glad to see you guys. Be safe, be humble, and trust that everything will be all right. All right? The more you pray, the better it gets. Believe me. All right, good night. Take care.